I'm back again with another lineup of smartphone that gives you the best value for your money. This time I've included both brand new budget phones and a few older smartphones as well, old flagships, that's what we like to call them. Because every time I drop a video on new releases, like a video on new smartphone, there will always be someone in the comment section that will say even a 2019 flagship phone can still beat this. So I figured, why not bring both worlds together? New phones for those who want the latest, and old flagship for those who care about raw performance. That way you get to decide which one suits your need best. And you know, in this channel we talk a lot about old phones, old flagship and all. So let's start with the Tecno Spark 40 Pro. With this phone, I feel like Tecno took too much inspiration from Samsung. Not entirely, but you get what I mean. It's like when you borrow someone's homework, then you actually improve it. That's what Tecno did here. Design is sleek, refined, and definitely give off a more premium vibe than what you'd expect at this price. The camera layout on the back, straight up, that is Samsung style. It looks like a triple lenses setup, but only one of those lenses is actually functional. Still, the aesthetics works. Nobody is going to know. Even though the back is plastic, it got this nice matte texture. It is not a complete fingerprint magnet, but don't expect it to stay spotless either. Flipping into the front, you are greeted with a tiny punch hole camera, and I mean tiny. If you remember when punch hole display first started showing on budget phones, they used to be huge, but this one super small and clean. The bezels are also noticeably slimmer, giving a screen a more immersive edge-to-edge feel. It feels close to the frame and it makes the phone look a way more expensive than it actually is. It is not too heavy and definitely not too slim either. It feels solid in hand, and to me the build quality is actually better than what we get on the Tecno Spark 40 Pro Plus. Why? Well, that curved screen on the Pro Plus might look fancy. This one sticks with a complete flat display. It feels more durable and comfortable to use daily. If you know me very well, you know I love flat display. You get a headphone jack. Yes, we still appreciate that in 2025. Dual stereo speakers for better audio experience. On display fingerprint sensor, pretty impressive at this price point. Dual SIM support plus a dedicated micro SD card slot. You don't have to choose between second SIM and extra storage. All these little things add up to give the Spark 40 Pro real edge when it comes to everyday usability. It has Corning Gorilla Glass protection on the front. It is also IP64 certified. This is a mid-range level durability slapped right into a budget phone. And wait till you hear the price, it is mind-blowing. When you now get to the display, this is where things start to feel almost illegal for a budget phone. You are looking at a 6.78-inch AMOLED panel that is tall, immersive, and rich in color. It supports up to 1 billion colors and refreshes at 144 Hz. Well, kind of. You're not getting 144 Hz in every app. What you notice is that almost every app runs at 120 Hz, which is still super smooth. So yeah, Tecno is flexing the 144 Hz number mostly for the marketing hype. Even at 120 Hz, the display is a chef's kiss. Let's not forget that some flagship phones still max out at 120 Hz. For a budget device to offer this kind of refresh rate, that is a major win already. Tecno also claims this phone has 1.5K resolution, but again, not in the real technical sense. It is basically a tweaked or enhanced version of 1080p. That is the best way to explain that. They found a way to sharpen the display, boost the color richness. It looks fantastic though. While it is not a true 1.5K resolution, the visual upgrade is noticeable. Here's another spec that feels completely illegal on a budget phone. That is 4500 nits of peak brightness. That is absolutely insane. Some premium flagship phones don't even hit that number. What this means in real life is that outdoor visibility is flawless. Watching videos in bright lights, no problem. HDR content, chef's kiss again. The iOS 15.1, which is the Tecno's custom skin, is probably the most refined version I've seen on any Tecno device so far. It is smooth, clean, and packed with features. It is the same interface you find on the Tecno Spark 40 Pro Plus. Both of them are running Android 15 out of the box. Android 15 on Tecno phones means one thing: AI is everywhere. We've got about 13 AI features baked into the system. Some of them are actually very useful. The most popular and practical ones include circle to search, AI summary, and object eraser. Those three are the most popular AI features that everyone seems to be using, unless you don't have it on your phone. All of these are fully available on this phone. So you are not just getting a good display and solid build, you are also getting some serious software intelligence packed in here. Under the hood, the Tecno Spark 40 Pro is powered by the popular MediaTek Helio G100. We already know this processor. It is a familiar name in the budget space. It delivers decent performance for everyday tasks like social media, web browsing, and even some light gaming. It is not a powerhouse, but it definitely gets the job done without drama. There is a feature that Tecno has been quietly pushing for a while, and I haven't really talked about it. It is called Free Link. Free Link is this cool little trick that lets you call another Tecno device with the same Free Link feature without using a SIM card, airtime, Wi-Fi, or mobile data. It uses Bluetooth to establish a direct short range connection between two phones, kind of like a modern day walkie talkie. It's super useful if you are in an environment like an office, classroom, or anywhere people are close by. Just pull out your phone, connect via Free Link, and start talking. No network, no problem. We've already established that storage is expandable. It is a luxury these days. So many phones are ditching the micro SD card slot, but not this one. Even if you don't expand the storage, the phone still gives you up to 256 gigabytes of internal storage, paired with 8 gigabytes of RAM. With this much space, most people won't even think about upgrading or worrying about running out of storage. You are covered right out of the box. As for the camera, around the back, you are seeing a triple camera layout, but don't be fooled, only one lens is functional, and that is the 50 megapixel main camera. Still, for a budget phone, that is pretty solid. On the front, you are getting a 13 megapixel shooter, which pairs nicely with the high quality display for video calls and selfies. Here is another surprising addition. This phone also comes with an IR blaster among the lenses you are seeing at the back. That means you can use it to control your electronics at home: TV, fan, decoder, whatever supports IR. Just turn your phone into a smart remote, which is pretty handy, right? All of this is powered by a 5200 mAh battery, which is more than enough to get you through a full day of use, even with the high refresh rate and all the AI features running in the background. And what is even better is the support of a 45-watt wire charging. That is a fast charging, and the charger is included in the box. You don't need to spend extra like you would with some other brands. For a budget phone, this kind of charging speed is honestly impressive. You are looking at around 50% charge in under 25 minutes, which is great if you are someone who is always on the move or you hate waiting around for your phone to juice up. If someone told you this phone costs just around 230,000 naira in Nigeria right now, you'd probably think it is illegal. Like, how did Tecno manage to pack all these specs? AMOLED screen, 144 Hz, 50 megapixel main camera, Android 15 with AI, 45 watts fast charging, Gorilla Glass protection, IP64, and still keep the price this low. The same value packed story applies to the Infinix Hot 60 Pro as well, which is the second device I've got for you in this video. Infinix seems to be following up on the design language of the previous Hot 50. You can tell the look is clearly inspired by it. Once you move past that aesthetics, almost everything else, from the display to the build quality to the camera and even the battery, feels like a direct response to what we saw on the Tecno Spark 40 Pro. It is like Infinix said, we see what Tecno is doing and we are matching that energy spec to spec. Done a pretty job on this one as well. We are getting almost exact same high-end feature on the Infinix Hot 60 Pro, same IP rating, same Gorilla Glass protection, same ultra tiny bezels, and yes, same 1.5K AMOLED display and 144Hz refresh rate, capable of reaching up to 4500 nits of brightness. Basically, this phone is not playing around either. If you know me well, you already know I personally prefer Infinix interface over Tecno's. The SOS skin just feels smoother. It is not smoother because they are almost the same thing, but it is more polished, overall more enjoyable to use in my opinion. Aside from the software experience, both phones offer a similar set of AI features: circle to search, AI summary, AI eraser. Here is where things start to shift a bit. Under the hood, the Hot 60 Pro is powered by the MediaTek Helio G200, while the Tecno Spark 40 Pro uses MediaTek Helio G100. Don't expect a massive performance leap. The G200 isn't crazy powerful. It is definitely a refined and more efficient version of G100. If you want a little extra smoothness and battery optimization, the Hot 60 Pro has a slight edge there. On top of that, Infinix is promising up to 2 years of major Android updates and 3 years of security patches, which is, if true, is a big deal in this price range. If Infinix sticks to this word, it would definitely give this phone a serious edge in long-term value. We've also got the same 50 megapixel rear camera, 13 megapixel front-facing camera on the Infinix Hot 60 Pro, just like the Tecno Spark 40 Pro. The camera are pretty much what you'd expect from a solid budget phone. They hold up surprisingly well in a right condition. Make sure you have good lighting before snapping any photo with either of these phones. That is where they shine the most. The two phones, that is the Tecno Spark 40 Pro and the Infinix Hot 60 Pro, are arguably the best you can get in this price range right now. No other brand is offering all this, at least for now. When you stack up all these specs, all these features, real world performance, it's really hard to find a better deal. If you think there is a phone out there that can beat these two phones at this same price, I'm listening, but I doubt it. That said, the only weak point here is long-term software support. Right now, Samsung is still leading in that area with years of guaranteed updates. If Tecno or Infinix can step up and offer 5 to 6 years of major Android updates, just like Samsung does with some of their budget A series phones, it is over. These phones would dominate the budget and mid-range market completely. And beyond software, I'd also love to see these phones hold up better in long term. No screen degradation, no performance drops, no noticeable camera decline after a year or two, and no decline in battery. If Tecno and Infinix just nail this long-term reliability, I honestly believe these phones will be everywhere, not just Nigeria, but globally. Then to my friends who have been waiting for this part, for those who've been asking what are the best old flagship phones you can get instead of these new phones for this same price, let's be real for a moment. Our budget here is 230,000 naira, or let's crank it up to 250k. It is very hard to find a solid old flagship phone at this price in 2025. Most of them are either too old, lack software support, or have some kind of hardware compromise, battery, screen burn in, or camera wear. If you have a budget of around 250k, the smartest move is just to go for the Tecno Spark 40 Pro or the Infinix Hot 60 Pro. You are getting new hardware, clean software, guaranteed update, and a way better value overall. Galaxy S10e or iPhone XR, yeah, those two phones used to fit perfectly into this price range. I stopped recommending them a long time ago. At this point, they are just too old in terms of software support and overall reliability. The only old flagship I can still recommend is the Galaxy S10 Plus or even the regular Galaxy S10. I think the S10 is around 260k, S10 Plus around 300,000 naira. If you are someone who care more about raw performance and camera quality over flashy design and new software and new features from budget phones, you can go for the Galaxy S10 Plus or even the Galaxy S10 at around 260,000 to 300,000. I'd love to hear what you think. Jump into the comment section below. If you are using any of these phones already, feel free to share your experience in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Then we catch you guys in the next one.